Warm greetings from the high 10. It is everyday shenanigans. The queen is here, bringing you the 411 out of Houston, Texas, and Rogersville, Tennessee. This is a double compilation video. This is a part 2 to the video I brought you this morning. This is an open chat, open panel. You are free to hit the link. Please refrain from using derogatory language or being inebriated on the said panel. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will be bringing you said information pertaining to the young boy, Kendrick is his name, Lee, an 8-year-old who was found mummified inside of a Houston apartment alongside his siblings. There was a vigil held for him on Saturday at the apartment complex. I will also bring you information pertaining to the stinky bio donor that gave birth to him, information pertaining to her stinky boyfriend, and then I will also bring you commentary pertaining to Donald Wells, who was arrested for DUI over the weekend. And as he stood in court, he was rearrested again for violation of probation. That is said information for this evening. Feel free to hit the link. Please keep your commentary to a minimum so as others can join the panel and give their opinion. Thank you very much. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the channel, $Beganji 129 Cash App. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started. KHOU 11 is the source for my first information out of Houston, Texas. Vigil held for 8-year-old Kendrick Lee apartments where abandoned brothers were found. The community came together outside the Houston apartment where the victim's brothers were found abandoned with the skeletal remains. This was uploaded first on October 29th and then updated on October 30th. A vigil was held Saturday for Kendrick Lee, the 8-year-old boy found murdered inside the Houston area apartment where his 3 brothers were abandoned months ago. Outside the family's apartment on Greencrest Drive where there's a growing memorial, The community came together at the complex where Harris County deputies found the boys after the 15-year-old called for help. They said Kendrick's skeletal remains had been in the home for nearly a year. I think the biggest thing we need to seek resources for the kids that are dealing with the same types of situations, said Capo Joe, a community activist in Alief. He helped organize the vigil for Lee. We just want to let them know that they do have big brothers and big sisters out here in the Alief community, and that we right here, all they have to do is contact us and reach out, he said. Heidi Carter is a friend of Gloria Williams' family. She has known them for more than 40 years. Very, very sweet little boy, Carter said of Kendrick. Nothing but smiles. He wasn't a hard kid to get along with. Despite her efforts to find the boys, Carter said her texts and calls were blocked. This week has just been horrific, just heart-wrenching, devastating. Hold on one second. Kind of jumped off there. Devastating. We're trying to day by day just make it through this ordeal, Carter said. Every time we get close to her, William, she'd go. We didn't understand why at the time. But as you see over this whole year of events, we know why now. KHOU 11 News has learned about the timeline in the case. The older brother told investigators he found Kendrick dead the week before Thanksgiving. Days before the holiday last year, Williams and her boyfriend, Brian Coulter, left town. So let me repeat that again. KHOU 11 News has learned more about the timeline in the case. The older brother told investigators he found Kendrick dead the week before Thanksgiving. Days before the holiday last year, Williams and her boyfriend, Brian Coulter, left town. So they left town, leaving their damn kids inside of the apartment alongside another hiatus here as of late, leaving them alone the past couple of months, from my understanding. This is horrific and heinous. There are no words for this information that I'm bringing to you right now. Luling Police Chief W.J. Bill Salas said Coulter was arrested at the Bookies there because he was high and carrying a loaded pistol. He told the officer that he was tired because they had driven from Houston to San Antonio and San Antonio on the way back to Houston, all in the same day. So now we have to ask ourselves, why was he driving back and forth from one city to the other? Williams was with him, but no kids. Coulter spent 6 days in jail before bonding out. Coulter's family tells KHOU 11, we're deeply saddened by the events that have unfolded. This is not who we raised our son to be. Our hearts and prayers go out to those brave children. We did not know the children involved, but we are praying for the soul of the child that passed, his remaining siblings and family, and all affected by this horrible tragedy. Our relationship with Brian has been distant for years. We have nothing productive to contribute to this conversation, but conversation that has not already been shared with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Our family asks for privacy at this time as we grieve this terrible situation. Meantime, the community is trying to process a horrific case and help other kids. We just have to make sure we find other little Kendricks and make sure that they speak out, said Joe. The vigil was held 1 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. And if you want to contact Miss Grace White on social media, you can contact her via Facebook and Twitter. This information is by KHOU 11 News out of Houston, Texas. Thank you all for joining me. This is a very horrific tale. Most of you who follow my content pertaining to this story, yes, I was up in the wee hours this morning, crunk, and I'm going to be crunking this live. If you can't hang, check yourself out. I'm not sugarcoating anything on this channel. That's not who I am. Today is an open panel discussion. You can feel free to hit the link to give your commentary. If you can't hit the link, that's fine too. I'll check on out of here. But I brought you the said information because I thought some of you might want to give your opinion pertaining to the case out of Houston. There's so many questions that won't have an answer. But I think 9 times out of 10, the girl hid out from her family because she didn't want nobody to see how she was living. So that shows me she's complicit. She's in her right frame of mind. She knew what she was doing, how she was treating her kids, and how she was living. That is the reason why she kept moving from place to place, dodging people, changing her phone numbers, because she didn't want nobody to know how the fuck she was living with her damn kids. That's the 411. Whether she was on drugs, no drugs, I don't care. I'm not getting ready to give nobody no pass in abusing a child, children. And the sick part is now we hear she locked her damn kids in a room with the dead body. Did you hear that? Locked them in the room with the dead body. So now you have to ask yourselves, what mindset these children would be in now? Smelling a dead corpse, smelling like a dead corpse themselves, bugs crawling around, maggots, roaches, insects, larvae, all of that. Just like I said in my commentary this morning, you're going around begging for stuff. Y'all didn't smell the boy. You didn't find he stunk. He had to stink. Oh, I just want to use a charger. Oh, he was hungry. I didn't want to pry. But you didn't smell him? Are you for real? Man, I'm hot butter talking about this. News 11 is the source. Second set of information pertaining to these kids. ABC13.com. Second source. Lord have mercy. Houston mother accused in abandonment case also lived with son's remains. Gloria Williams and her boyfriend Brian Coulter are both accused in the murder believed to have happened around Thanksgiving 2020. This was uploaded the 1st of November, which is today. A woman and her boyfriend who was charged in her 8-year-old son's murder lived with his remains in an apartment where 3 of her other children were also later found abandoned, ABC 13 has learned. On Monday, 35-year-old Gloria Williams appeared in court where more disturbing details in an already difficult case were revealed. Williams is charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence. Williams is charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering. Sorry, repeating myself. Okay, I got to calm down because I'm pissed off right now. I got to quit talking about this kind of stuff because this shit's pissing me off. Her bond is set at $900,000, $350,000 for injury to a child, $300,000 for tampering with evidence, and $250,000 for injury by omission. Her boyfriend, 31-year-old Brian Coulter, is charged with 8-year-old Kendrick Lee's murder. His bond is set at $1 million. Coulter is accused of beating the child to death around Thanksgiving of last year. Both he and Williams remain in jail. According to new details given Monday, Williams and Coulter lived with the remains in a West Harris County apartment until March, when they moved out, leaving behind the woman's 3 other children, ages 15, 9, and 7, with Kendrick's body. The surviving children alleged that they were locked in a room with Kendrick's remains even while the couple lived there. Williams allegedly sent groceries to the apartment once a month and kept the lease on the unit so the remains wouldn't be found. Authorities discovered Kendrick's remains a week ago. His siblings were living in deplorable conditions. Last week, when Coulter made his first court appearance, the judge overseeing the case recused himself for personal reasons. When Coulter arrived, he walked in slowly, asking the judge several questions. At times, it appeared that he didn't understand what was being read to him. Coulter also asked the judge to repeat what the charge was against him, and if he's convicted, if the sentencing is indeed 5 to 99 years of life. The judge said yes, but also advised him to speak to his attorney because anything he says in court can be used against him. Meanwhile, Williams was supposed to be in court last Friday, but due to the judge's sudden recusal, the appearance was pushed back to Monday. ABC 13 has also learned that the court had a hard time finding a qualified attorney to represent her, but a defense attorney was eventually assigned. Williams is expected back in court later this week to go over bond. The judge said Monday that her current bond was not sufficient for the charges. Williams' attorney argued that he needs time to review the case and asked the judge not to raise her bond. This is by ABC 13. So they couldn't find a lawyer for her, which I find funny as hell. You mean to tell me you don't got no fucking public defenders in Houston? Yeah, all right. The boyfriend's bond is $1 million. Her bond is set at $900,000. Well, that's just $100,000 shorter. So what, you want to up it to what? 1.2, 1.5? Doesn't really bother me none. I know neither one of these jokers are coming up out that fucking jail. Not now, not never. The only way they're going to get carried out of there is in a fucking body bag. That's how the hell they ought to be carried out of there. I'm hot butter. ABC 13 is the source. So the children were living in this apartment with a dead body, locked in a room with a dead body. The mother and boyfriend stayed in there. This article alleges they left in March. Do you know how many months ago that was? That's a long time. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, coming up 8 months. These kids were left in an apartment with a dead body. Food sent to them once a month. So let's go here then. Come on, Queen. Bring them that knowledge. Who brought the damn food? Let me guess. The boyfriend? You carried the food up there to the 3rd floor? Because you couldn't have sent a messenger. Because a messenger would have smelled the fucking dead body outside the fucking door. So you had to have sent the boyfriend. Because don't tell me somebody else brought the fucking food up there. Or let me guess. You called your son down and he came 3 flights down to pick up the food from the car. So where were you two staying? So many questions with this case. If you want a recap of my opinion of this case, the logistics of this case, go into the queue and find my video from this morning. We will chop this situation up in a panel discussion. I'm pissed off because there's no way in hell this should have ever happened, considering a dead body laid open inside of an apartment. There's no way nobody should have known that there was a dead person in there or that these children were living in deplorable conditions. You fucking neighbors should have called the police or DHS. When he came to you more than one time hungry, the boy, 15, you should have done something. Family, same thing. She has a case of abuse with her kids, neglect. You should have called the fucking welfare office when you got information of this last apartment. When she stopped answering the phone, changed numbers, whatever, you should have called the welfare or the police and said, we know this chick. She's our family. We're concerned about her children. She's got kids in there that's autistic. Please do a welfare check because she has abused her kids and had her child taken from her. That's what you should have done. Fuck all this talking to the news, talking about she changed her number, she did this, she did that. Okay, she cuckoo. She got mental issues, whatever the hell you want to label it. It's too late now. One's dead and the rest are gone. I get so sick of you people. I always want to fucking talk to the news after the fact. Oh, I don't want to be on camera. Don't show me. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm crunk today because I'm sick of this shit. And anybody come in this chat with some crazy ass talk, you getting blocked. I'm telling you, I'm on one today. So don't come here with that sanctified talk. You will not be welcome. I'm not giving nobody no pass for abusing no fucking kid. So if you want a playhouse to play in and play them reindeer games, you check out right now. And I mean what I'm saying. The next source is pertaining to Donald Wells. WJHL.com is the source if you need verification for the information. Oh, God, Jesus, give me strength. I'm sick of this. The father of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells appeared at an arraignment hearing Monday morning following his DUI arrest over the weekend. Wells, who was booked in and out on an own reconnaissance bond, was later seen by News Channel 11 crews leaving the jail Monday morning. The 9 a.m. appearance in Judge Daniel Boyd's courtroom led to Donald Wells' arrest for violation of probation. Wells was walked out of the courtroom by Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson. Wells was in the hearing to address charges received on Saturday, October 29th for driving under the influence, among other charges. Around 9:20 a.m., Sheriff Lawson entered the courtroom. Another officer placed Wells under arrest for the alleged violation of probation. Following his arrest, Wells approached the podium. Wells mentioned in court that he was unsure how he could keep up with the court expenses along with maintaining child support for his sons. He followed the statement and said that the blood work from Saturday night's arrest would tell all, and added that he could represent himself. The judge asked Wells when his last day of work was, to which Wells replied, saying he has been working on his house and things for welfare to get the boys back. He included that he and Summer's mother, Candace Bly, launched a YouTube channel in the hopes of finding Summer. Oh my God, give me a break. Oh man, you can't make this shit up. Wells added that he was going through a lot of things and a lot of heartache and would plead mercy from the court. Board appointed Wells a public defender and reset the hearing to February 7th at 1 p.m. to await blood results from his DUI arrest Saturday. He faces the following charges for Saturday night's incident: expired vehicle registration. Oh, wait a minute, the vehicle is expired? But let y'all tell it, his car paid for. Do you know in this region, it doesn't cost that much to register your fucking car? Since y'all know so much about Hollerville. Open container. Financial responsibility by law, which it's been said, not having insurance. Driving on roadways, lane for traffic. This is a developing story. Stay updated on air and online at WJHL. Channel 11 is the source. So, all the bickering you crazy ass people have done for months weren't about a stupid ass truck. It's $22,000. It's paid for. It ain't paid for. He told us he paid a car note. Well, guess what? He didn't have it registered, nor did he have insurance. So do the math. It doesn't cost that much in this area to register a car. It costs a little more in Knoxville, Tennessee, but the outside counties are probably a little bit cheaper to register a vehicle. Like under $30 in the outside counties of Knoxville. Now, what they pay up in the eastern part, I can't say. I'm speaking of around here. So ask yourself, he's driving a new truck with no insurance and an expired fucking tag. They ain't got the nerve to mention in the court about YouTube. What the fuck YouTube got to do with any damn thing? So basically, you're trying to say you're trying to make money off of it. Are y'all listening? Not to help with the website to find Summer Wells. Basically, to get some coins in his pocket so he can get a partnership once he reaches 1,000 subscribers. Stay woke. Why did you all let him bond out? He got drunk on the weekend. You arrested him. You're waiting on the DUI results to come back, which y'all can't afford the machine that you blow in up there. What the fuck are you all doing up there? He shouldn't have had no bond because he was violating his probation from last year. His ass should have stayed in jail. Then he talks about getting his children back. He's having hardships. He's working on his house. That ain't what the judge asked you. The judge said, when was the last time you worked? You ain't giving no answer. You talking about you trying to work on your house. Well, that means you ain't working. So how you going to work on the house if you ain't got no money, you ain't got no job? So which is it? You got a job or you don't got a job? I'm done with this bullshit. That's the sad information.
Listen.
Hello?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to start.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? No?
Yeah.
You can?
Now.
No? All right, let me come out and go back.
I said now I can hear you, girl. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, start talking. You know I'm hot butter right now.
I know. As far as the kids, well, I'm going to go back to them. As far as the way I look at it, the family members are gutter trash, just as well as she is. The grandmom, you going to take one because of the situation and leave the rest to what? Fend for themselves, or hopefully something will happen. So they had the daughter And the daughter, is she older? Is she older than
13, 13, 13.
right? So she's 13 years old. That means she is um she's young, the oldest. So you decided you're gonna take the girl and leave the boys. And then they
Now,
get
that's
on
what I want to
TV.
know. Where is your son at? That's supposed to be the father of the little girl. Where is he? Why is he not taking care of the child? Why are you taking care of the child?
Right, right,
She didn't mention that. You left that part out. Is he the dead son? Because they say one of the baby daddies dead.
right. And then they're on TV like this. Oh well, they just like they so sad. Want so much to say. All y'all need to be in jail because y'all knew it. Y'all knew what was going on. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you a great example. My daughter went into the service. She had one child before she went into service, and she went over Afghanistan for 19 months. And she had, I guess I hate to say it, a baby at every duty station. So I don't think she was wrapped too tight either. But anyway,
So who?
I just from spending
Wait,
time
wait,
with
slow down.
her,
Slow
I knew
down.
she couldn't make
Slow down,
decisions.
Denise. Who wasn't wrapped tight?
Huh?
Who the hell are you talking about wasn't wrapped
My
tight?
daughter. I'm sorry, I'm just a little hyped too. So my daughter was stationed in the army, and she went into the service for she was in there for 7 years. She did 19 months over in Afghanistan. She was a mechanic. So she
Mm.
saw a lot of stuff. When she came back, just from me talking to her, I knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right. So I kept my antlers up. And me and my husband, we called them kids. We called them, make sure they had food, and we tell them better
Well, you
not
got
go
to lay
around
it
any
out for
more.
us. How many children does she have, dear?
She has 4 children.
And where were they at the time?
She was living in well, one is with her father. And when she got out of the service, she was living in the state of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So she had the other 3, which is 2 girls and a boy.
Okay.
And I knew it. I knew something was, like I said, I knew something was wrong. So I made sure I called them.
But what did you
I
see?
even
What did you
bought a
hear?
phone.
You got to tell us what was going
Huh?
on, Denise. Denise, you got to explain to us. We don't know, honey.
Okay. So my daughter, like my daughter, like I said, I saw symptoms of PTSD when she came back from the service. And so she had 3 children with her. The oldest one um, was the one that was with me. I had her the whole time Candace was in the service.
Excuse me.
And then she had the other 2. So come to find out, they was calling. They would say, can you get the people to deliver us some food or whatever? And I'm like, what do you do? Where's your mother? And she would, oh, she went to the store. They would just say every time she wasn't home, she went to the store. Until I found out that she sometimes would just not come home in at night. And the oldest one, which was she was about 12 then, would watch the other 2.
Mm.
And
Well, where
so
was she? Well, where was she?
staying out
Doing what?
with guys, partying with her girls,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So
Well, how often did this happen through the week?
I never really found that out. And
You
she
didn't
would
ask the
do it
children.
maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Is that what the children said?
Yeah, that's what they tell me. They tell me and my husband everything.
Mm.
So I got in my car. I called my other daughter because I have 2, and we drove straight. I drove as far as long as I could. So I drove to like Virginia, and then she took over and drove to North Carolina, and I got my grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought them, and me and my husband had them um, actually up until I'd say maybe a year ago. Because my stipulation, see, I told her, I said, you can't throw a fast one by me. I'm nosy. I learn, I hear, I watch. And then plus I work in VA, so I know what's going on with you. So she had to get into a program. She had to get into a group, and she had to see a counselor, and I had to see proof of it.
Well, how long
Because
did
I
you have
went
the
to,
kids?
huh?
How long did you have the children?
Well, Nashira had her since birth because she had her at 16 and then she went into the service.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so the other two, we had them. They were babies. We had his name. We call him Peanut. He was a baby. He is now 10. And then she had Leasia, who is like a year and a half younger than him. So we had them until, let me see, till Peanut was 9, and we had her till she was 8. And so right now, I mean, she's doing better. Um, my youngest brother, rather, in San Diego, he took the little boy, and so our perception now is maybe since she only has the one, because the oldest one is going to Job Corps, maybe she can, take care of her. But she knows,
She has all
because
the children.
she and bust her up.
So
You
how many
know,
kids does she have now?
she has the oldest. The oldest one is there with her, and the baby girl. That's it. But the baby girl, she wanted her mommy. She's a mommy's girl. But
So you said she has a total of 4 children,
yes,
and so 2 are with her. One's where?
with the father, and one's with my brother.
Okay, interesting.
So we know it's like we're not sitting around waiting for something to happen. Her tablet, the baby, her I call her baby, but her tablet is hooked to my iPad.
Okay.
So every day we text each other to make sure, she texts me, make sure she's okay and everything. So I keep an eye on her. The oldest one, I just call her on the phone because I gave her a phone so I can talk to her. But it's not that, I mean, like I said, she's doing better, but she has her high days and her low days. And it hurts me to the core to know that this family acted like, oh, so surprised we didn't know where she was. Then you get the car and find her. People know her. People knew who
Well, that's
this
how I
little
look at
girl
it.
was.
When you finally found out where she stayed and she refused to open the door, talk, sent whoever out there to pick up the food, all this crazy nonsense. She sent the guy out there when you went to see her. That was self-evident. She didn't want you coming in her fucking house. So I don't know why the stupid ass girl gave him that address. She didn't want him coming up in there.
Right.
So you should have called the welfare office.
Exactly. Because I did it once. I had no problem doing it.
Stupid. This whole case is stupid.
Right. And then you're sitting in there, sitting in the living room all sporadic like it's a picture you get ready to take. Yeah.
Everybody that sat idly by can now say, well, there was a dead body in there the whole time. How about that?
That's the worst part.
You can't even explain a dead body in a room for 11 months. Nowhere. And the fact that somebody also stayed in the same house and room with the dead body.
Can you imagine?
There are no words to describe
No.
subjecting somebody to that. And 9 times out of 10, they heard or saw him beat the little boy to death last year.
Yep. And you let somebody else beat on your children?
Yeah. See, I would have whooped his ass.
Oh my God. It would have been.
That white boy been laying face down in there. Let me tell you something. That'd been a good phone call to law enforcement.
Oh, I just can't. I can't even.
Ring. Your emergency, please. Oh, I need you to come up to the 3rd floor. I just murdered somebody.
And his pieces are over there to the curb.
There you go. I'll leave the door open for you. That way you ain't got to open it when you bring in the stretcher. Come on, Queen. Let me help you put him on the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
You beat my baby. I'm gonna help put you on a stretcher.
And I hate to say it, but they used to say you don't do stuff to kids and then go to prison and have a okay time. I don't even know if they do that in prison anymore. I guess they
It
got
just depends. It just depends. Some people have different opinions about what goes on in prison. Some people mess with you. Some people won't. Just depends on the
Yeah.
person. What day somebody decide they want to reach out and touch you.
It's just horrible. This is the worst. That is the worst. I mean, it's just a wonder that the other two were still alive.
Sickening. Hello, Dee Dee. How you doing? Thank you all for joining me.
And then the people in the, what is it, generally stink over there? Is it one of them complexes that just stink? How do you?
No, it's called I don't give a fuck what's going on in that apartment over there. That's what it's called. Obviously, the manager didn't care. Everybody knows that you always go check a house apartment when there's a smell.
Yep.
Because 9 times out of 10, it probably is somebody dead. That's why you go check.
You're right.
You can go knock on the door. Hello, apartment management. We're entering your apartment. You knock, you announce yourself, and you walk your ass on in there.
Thank you. And oh my God.
You have fucking permission to come in your apartment and it smells bad. If I can smell it from the door, I'm coming up in there. I ain't got to send you no fucking notice.
And I'm telling you, well, I would wait till dark, and those managers or whoever.
Not like you're breaking and entering a private home. You rent that apartment. You don't own the apartment. You're renting it.
Thank you. And in emergency, they come in anytime they want. If you got flooding or a suspicion of fire, they open up your door. Your apartment stinks. The whole thing is crazy. You live in an apartment building.
A high flyer, 48-hour notice by law. I don't see how that's going to be a stipulation when somebody is dead in an apartment.
Exactly.
You cannot wait 48 hours to go in an apartment and you smell death.
That's not applicable.
I don't think the 48 hours is going to apply to a dead person.
No. Nope. That's what I'm saying. It just playing with this whole
because if you consider it a welfare check, that's why I know the manager knew something, because allegedly the guy that was interviewed, I played his commentary. He said the manager called him and said, "Have you seen them?" So why are you asking another tenant, have they seen them?
See,
that's your job to go find out.
Yep.
The fuck you asking him for?
Don't care. Just there to get a check and sit there in the office and look dumb. That's all.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to a welfare check, high flyer, you don't need a notice for a welfare check.
You do not.
Jesus, come on now.
And that's what I think.
You know how many people have died in an apartment and somebody pushed the door open? They didn't go wait 48 hours.
Right. And I think that's where a lot of the problem is coming, is people are overthinking situations. When situations happen,
yes,
could be emergent, everything goes out the window.
You're not getting ready to wait for no notice. If you smell death, it's a welfare call.
Yep. And women, I smell something. The smell ain't going. The smell's not going. You've been smelling it since you moved in.
If I were the people in the apartment complex, I would sue for all 11 months, 12 months for rent. I'm not giving you another fucking dime, because now we know there was a dead body in there. If that death caused me to have flies, maggots coming in my apartment, drains, whatever, I'm not giving you another fucking dollar. You ask me for rent, I'll sue you. That's how you handle business.
Yep.
Show these people they cannot get away with what they allowed at that apartment complex with that kid and that mother and that boyfriend.
Yep.
Hello, Ruby Tuesday. Thank you.
Yeah, and then that other mess and that Living on Chainsaw Massacre 2 land.
I don't know if it's Section 8 or not. All I know, it's probably got an income guideline to where it probably took vouchers. Yeah. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was market rent. That's not the point. The point is there's the smell of death.
Right.
People were complaining.
Yep.
You go check it out.
Yep. Because the bad part about it is every crime that happens doesn't happen in Section 8 housing. It will work. It could be in the best of housing. It could be in the best of developments. People say, "Oh, that doesn't happen here." It happened.
Death is death.
Exactly.
There's nothing to do with who owns the apartment, renting, Section 8, whatever you want to
Nope.
call it. It has nothing to do with a dead person lying in an apartment.
Then you have sorry
Smell the death.
landlords and
You
managers.
go and enter the apartment.
Yep. No,
Who
I just
has time to wait for a notice? So now I'm going to send you a notice. I got to wait and respond. Wait for you to respond.
Well, who's going to?
If you were the one dead in there, how are you going to respond if you're the dead person in the fucking room?
Right. And like you said, many people have died in their homes.
Man, I'm telling you, I got a badass attitude. So I'm telling you, if you can't hang, remove yourself out the chat right now, because I ain't in no good mood. And I ain't putting up with no foolishness tonight either. So I'm telling you now, when you get your feelings hurt, I ain't going tonight.
You know, people say this is the orderly way of doing. No, this emergency, there's no orderly way of doing anything.
Do I think they left the kids to die? If you don't eat and get water, that's where you will be.
That's what's going to happen. And they probably scared the poor 15-year-old, probably looking like he's 10. They probably scared the living mess out, beat him till they, you know.
She could be possibly slow. Yeah. But when she decided to pay the rent, which I just brought you a source saying she did.
She ain't that slow.
She's not that slow.
Nope.
She sent food there once a month. That means she's not that slow. So whatever her reasons were for leaving them, that's between her and God. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Because it's over with now. But there's no way you're going to make me believe she's not complicit and had knowledge of what she was doing to her children. And that's the bottom line.
I don't know. I'm like you. I'm over it. I mean, it pisses you off every time you think of it. Because these are children. I mean, it's bad enough adults. You know.
Well, Ashley did travel. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. The other people should sue. Because they said they had black flies coming up the drain.
Can you imagine you going in your house? You can't open up your windows with black flies and stuff.
Well, and one girl said that she wouldn't work. She wouldn't run her air conditioner. So imagine me in the summertime. You ain't running your fucking air conditioner, and there's a dead person in the building. And you think it's actually okay? Outside air smells come through the air conditioner. Everybody knows this.
And you know what?
Damn,
people are crazy because I know we'll call a license inspection in a second. Excuse me. I told these people that this, that, and the other. You call somebody.
Well,
you're not running the air conditioner because what? You get cool, stink. All of them.
Thank you, who done it. I know they can enter the apartment. People get apartments and houses entered in every fucking day without no notification.
Yeah. You don't have to have notification.
Jesus Christ. We got to explain that to you all in the chat. So something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, how many times y'all we gotta say it? We just said it. Somebody said 48 hours. No, that's a show. That's not notice. We don't need notice when it's an emergency. You smell something that smells stank.
It's called a welfare check.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because that's all you gotta do. In the police.
Never heard of nobody needing verification for a welfare check. Because like I said, if you're the person in there dead that they're trying to contact, how are they going to wait for you to respond if you're dead?
And that's why you call.
When did a dead person ever respond? Hold, please. Yeah, I'm laying here in my bathtub with my wrist slit. Let me hop out and send you a notice and hop back in the tub and pretend I'm dead again.
Yeah, there's no welfare checks. That's why you call the police. You don't go through the complex. You call the police.
Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to the children out in Texas. The mother and boyfriend have been arrested. She's going to court later this week for another hearing pertaining to her bond. Her bond's at $900,000. The boyfriend's at $1 million. And Donald Wells has been arrested over the weekend for a DUI, alleged DUI charge. They're waiting for the test results to come back. And he also was rearrested this morning in court for violation of probation. He still was able to walk free, crying and moaning to the judge about YouTube, this and that, his hardship, trying to get the boys back. He's working on his house. Man, Donald Wells, suck a nut.
He is the most trifling piece of crap I ever seen.
Going into court talking about YouTube. Nobody cares about YouTube. The fuck YouTube got to do with Summer Wells?
And why don't they just keep him? Because I think if he keep his behind in jail,
get my kids back.
Maybe the corpse in the house will talk. Yeah. Candace, maybe she'll talk. Keep him in there,
like they did Megan Boswell.
Yep.
Arrest them on suspicion.
Yeah.
Lying and be done with it.
That's what I'm saying. They act like they're scared to do anything with people when they commit.
And what's with Ronnie Lawson escorting him out of the court? What the fuck is this all about?
Who?
The sheriff, Denise. You didn't read? You didn't hear what I said?
I can't see the chat.
Well, I read it.
This is crazy. I can't.
Sick ass world. It's a sick ass world we're in.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I'm trying to fix my house up, and me and Candy got a YouTube channel, and it's been hard on us, and all right. You getting drunk every night, getting high, and going live and talking to crazy people on social media, but you mourning your child and mourning your children. Yeah, okay.
Children.
So how is getting drunk? So this is what I want to know. Let me address this to Donna Wells. Donna Wells, you just got a DUI charge. You've been driving around in your truck or whatever truck you was driving in with no insurance, changing lanes illegally, whatever the hell you've been doing. You've been doing anyway, probably when the children were alive. The child was alive and you had the custody of your boys. I'm just trying to understand, how is this going to help you get your boys back while you're sitting in court line saying you having a hardship trying to fix on your fucking house? You're not getting ready to get your kids back because you just caught a charge.
Yep.
So they arrested you on suspicions of being an alcoholic drunk. I don't understand why the fuck they ain't got no fucking breathalyzers up there. So now you should have the thing put inside your truck.
Yeah.
That'll kill all that. You won't be able to get in the wheel of your car until you blow in that damn tube.
Mm-hmm.
And the judge, you was wrong for letting them go.
Thank you.
Because with this incident, how are you going to get your kids back? You drunk again. And I've been curious too about the liquor store he's going to. I thought about that this morning. Y'all ain't decided to tell nobody. He's been coming in your liquor store buying liquor. Now, he just told us months ago he stopped drinking. But we know you had to been drinking when the kids got taken. You've still been drinking. Because it's hard for an alcoholic to stop drinking, just like it's hard for a drug user to stop getting high. You're not going to rehab. So what the hell are you talking about? Pray for you. You pray for yourself. I'm not praying for you. You're not my fucking father, and you're not my brother. And I ain't praying for you. Because I know you don't give a fuck about nothing. Now, you other Looney Tunes out there want to pray for Donna Wells, that's on you. Pray for Summer Wells. You want to pray for somebody.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Pray for them other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't waste my breath praying for no food.
I don't know.
Hello, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back down in the chat, and maybe somebody else want to come.
Well, my point is this: somebody knows where he's getting the liquor from, and I'm surprised ain't nobody talking to tell it. You tell every damn thing else going on. But they know if they tell it, that'll be all she wrote. Then he'll be raising hell. Why are you telling everybody what I'm buying at the liquor store? Because I can. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to the children out in Houston, Texas. One found dead, mummified in an apartment in Houston. The mother and boyfriend have been arrested. The other siblings are now in the state's care. The mother will go before the judge again on another bond hearing this week. And Donna Wells has been arrested for DUI charge and violation of probation. And he was let go on his own recognizance on a bail. He shouldn't have been let go. But we should have known about the good old boy system up there You all let Donna Wells go on violation of probation. You don't really give a fuck about finding Summer Wells, and I'm gonna say that in this live. How about that? It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm tired of talking about these people. It's one horrific story after the other. Every fucking day. Something about a kid. Yeah, I don't know how he was gone either, Hagen. Sheriff Department, you all stink up there. And Ronnie Lawson, you escorting him out of the courtroom for what reason? Ain't nobody up there. This ain't a Petito laundry case where you got to worry about protesters running around with clipboards and shit. So I don't know who the hell you escorting him out of the courtroom for what reason. These people are fucking weird. Just sick. Me and Candy started a YouTube channel, Your Honor. The hell that's got to do with you driving drunk, violating probation drunk, don't have car insurance, weaving out of lanes, and your tag expires. What the hell that's got to do with something? Nothing. What that's got to do with that bottle? Nothing. You've been riding around dirty without registration and insurance. And I don't give a damn which truck it is. You're still riding around uninsured and expired tag. Hell you saying? Yeah, informative what exactly? Well, after he ran his mouth about what's going on out there in Hollerville, he wouldn't last very long because they'd find him dead. Since he liked telling on folks who's selling drugs or who getting high, you probably one of the customers. Goofy ass man. Ooh, so Donna Wells, do you have a job or not? Because the state ain't gonna give your kids back. You ain't got no job. That's first and foremost. Your house is deplorable. You're still running that mouth on social media. And now you just got a drinking drunk charge. And 9 times out of 10, the results is gonna come back and show your ass was drunk. And it's a wonder you didn't kill yourself going around that fucking mountain trying to go get some fucking cigarettes. And for all we know, you weren't going to get cigarettes. You probably was going to get something that you put in the damn cigarettes. Ting! Now go run tell that. Sick. Very sickening. I'm tired of talking about these people. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm sick of talking about Donna Wells, Candy Bly, grandmother, Hollerville, USA. I'm sick of all these people. And if any of you really just didn't really give a fuck, just go get a shovel and just go dig a fucking hole out there and throw their asses in it. You know, everybody been saying throw them in jail. Maybe that'll make them talk. Well, how about pouring them in a hole and pour the dirt in and see how quick a motherfucker talk? How about that? You want to get somebody to talk? Put them in a hole and throw dirt on them till they start to become numb and can't move their hands or their feet. Because the next thing that's going to get cut off is your airway. You want to talk now, Donald and Candy? You can't breathe. You can't breathe. Are you numb yet? Yeah, okay. Where's Summer? I'll take you out the hole. You tell me where Summer is. That's it. Put them in a hole and start shoveling in the fucking dirt and see how quick Summer's name is mentioned. I'll wait. No solitary confinement, honey. We're going back old school. Stoning to death. See if the first stone will make you talk. Tell us where summer is. See, we have to go back to old barbaric ways to get these MFs to talk. Candy, you want me to hit you in your Bigfoot or not? Let me see if this rock right here will hurt you if I threw a rock at you and put your fucking eye out. Will you tell me where summer is now? Yeah. Do like they do in the horror movies. Stitch the lips closed with a needle and thread. Donald first. He likes to talk so much. Let's stick a real sewing pin in his fucking lips with a long stretch of thread. Did that hurt, honey? Does that hurt? Yeah. Does that hurt? Where is the baby? I bet you'll tell us where summer is. Cut off one toe at a time. Make your way up to the ankle. You still don't want to tell me where summer is. Let's cut the bullshit out. Start cutting off arms, limbs, toes, sewing lips shut. We can do like Mike Tyson. Bite your fucking ear off. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Where is summer? Do I need to call Mike Tyson? And we can go back to 1997. Mike Tyson and Holyfield in the ring. Mike Tyson bit that fucking ear. And even Holyfield jumped when his ear got bit. See, there are ways of making people talk. And you don't really have to be that crafty. With the weenie, that's so they don't ever procreate. You do that last. Sew up candy cane. Sew up candy. Y'all get so uptight about me calling her Candy Cane. I don't really care what her fucking name is. But please understand this. Sew up Bigfoot. Sew her kitty cat up. Candy don't want no man no way. Y'all better stay woke. Just start cutting up stuff, sewing up stuff. Let's see how fast people start talking. How about that? You think this is a joke about this baby? You living off a lie that you orchestrated with your own child. You are some rotten pieces of SHIT. Because you know where that kid is. You've always known because you're the reason she's gone. And you're sitting up here walking around like zombies, luring these other fucking zombies around. Y'all all chanting in robes. Innocent till proven guilty. Oh my God. Oh, the Lord said, thou shalt not. The Lord said, thou shalt not lie. Y'all lying. You helping a liar. The hell you saying? Don't talk about the Bible. You take what you want from the Bible and put it towards what you want to put it towards. The Psalms, you like the scripture? Well, let me take you to the scripture. In Psalms, it says you're not supposed to sit at the table with the wicked. So every time you took a call from Donald Wells, you were sitting at the table with the wicked. When you messaged him, you sat at the table with the wicked. When you put him on your fucking show, you sat with the wicked. Come on with it, Queen. So don't come to me talking about no Jesus, Allah, and nobody. Because it's in the scripture. You don't sit at the table with the wicked. And that's what you nimwits do every time you answer the phone from Donald Wells. You sit there and let him blubber in your ear drunk in the midnight hour, sauced up. Hell to the no. Don't call me. Call Tyrone. But don't call me. Matter of fact, Donald Wells, you know who you can call? I tell him, you need to call the district attorney and the FBI and tell them what the fuck you did with your kid. You want to call somebody and play on the phone? Ring a ding 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 ding. Hello, this is where you can find my baby. But you wouldn't call me. Because I wouldn't entertain your ass. And everybody keep talking all that shit about, keep letting them talk. Keep letting them talk. Ain't you to figure out he ain't getting ready to tell you what he did with that kid? This motherfucker been lying since he came out of his mama's womb. Why the fuck he going to wake up and start telling you what the fuck he did with that little girl? Man, you all live in a fucking bubble. Wake up. He ain't going to tell you what he did with that kid. Candy ain't going to never tell you. And you just keep talking and talking and talking. Talking about, put him over here. Let him talk. Go on, Dr. Phil. Maybe he'll slip up. Well, he ain't slipped up yet. The bitch just walked out of jail. You people are crazy as hell. It's motherfucking Christmas. And him and that girl still walking free. So who else he need to go talk to so he can slip up? I'll wait. Hell, next he'll be at the fucking White House eating with the fucking president. You people better get the fuck on with these fucking games. These people are diabolical. Ain't you to figured it out? They killed that kid. Girl is gone. And they winding you all up like a bunch of fucking toys. Look at this fool. They believe anything we say. Look at him, Candy. Look at her like Mikey. He'll eat anything. Crazy. Walking around here letting that man sell you a wet rag. Oh my God, I can't believe he lied. He tried to get us to lie. We had faith in him. We were believing him. Donald Wells, he's evil. I just can't believe he would do that to us. You that fucking blind. You was willing to follow motherfucking Donald Wells to the edge of the fucking earth without a parachute? For what reason? He want us to lie on Marion. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody ought to take some of you old dizzy ass wenches and twist y'all fucking heads off like a fucking Barbie doll. See if you can put your head back on your fucking neck. Since y'all like looking in crystal balls and shit. Goofy ass people. I'm hot. I'm pissed. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these stories about these kids. I have had all I can take. I can't do it. I'm tired. This case in Houston has got me wound up beyond belief. In this case with Summer, it's no different. You all are being jacked around by a bunch of jack-in-the-boxes, and you all don't get it. This is not a game. These people did knock that kid off, man, and they are screwing you people around and dicking you around, and some of you are so fucking gullible. You just keep passing information about what they did, what they said. I don't give a fuck about Donald Wells and that fucking dyke he fucks with. I don't care about him. And I ain't going to look nowhere to hear what the hell they're talking about. Sermon on the Mount. Knock yourself out. I ain't going to look for them. I ain't lost nothing in Rogersville. And I ain't lost nothing on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, or nothing. You better wake up. Keep going over there looking. He's on such and such channel. They got him over here. Y'all talking about him like he's fucking a Paul McCartney, some fucking body. He's going to be, him and Elvis are going to be performing at 8 o'clock. You better tune in. Yeah, all right. When Donald Wells gets on the stage with Elvis Presley, then I'll go over to some YouTuber's channel. Fuck out of here. Oh my God, they're performing. He's getting ready to play the guitar. Oh my God, he even plays the drums. Oh my goodness, he's so talented. People are crazy. Oh my God, I saw Donald Wells. He was walking on water. How did he do that? Yeah, all right. Keep on watching Donna Wells. Just keep on. You know what's gonna happen to some of y'all out there? You keep on watching that shit, you're gonna wake up one day and your ass ain't gonna be able to see. Your ass gonna go blind. You keep watching Donna Wells on them YouTube channels. Keep on running over there talking about he on Dr. Phil, he on Oprah Winfrey. Keep on watching them. And when you wake up the next day, your fucking ass can't see. First thing you go tell your doctor, I was trying to watch Donna Wells and nobody. He was on Dr. Phil. You better wake up. Old saying, seek and ye shall find. Keep looking over there in Hollerville. You're going to find just what you're looking for. All y'all asses going to wake up and can't fucking see. Keep on. You think I'm playing? Just keep on. That's all the messages I get. You need to go check this out. You need to go check this out. No, you go check it out. I'm not checking out a fucking thing. I'm trying to live right. I don't care about Donna Wells. I want to know where Summer is, and I ain't going to go look for the Satanism over there. I ain't lost nothing over there, and I ain't going to go look for him or Candy or nobody else. So you want to go run over to these crazy places looking for Satan, you go right ahead. Make sure you put your skates on and you tie them tight because your ass ain't coming back once you cross over there. I love you too, King. Oh my God. You got to believe what he said. Oh, he's on the behavior panel. Oh, he's on Dr. Phil. Oh, he's on TikTok. Oh my God. Did you see the Facebook post? I mean, I just listen to some of you and I just say to myself, wow. You all should not ever have access to social media. I'm being serious. Some of you should never have access to a computer or a cell phone. Because one day you're going to wake up, like I said, and your eyes and shit going to be itching and twitching, and your fingers are going to have the tips burnt off because you can't stay off that fucking cell phone and the computer looking at that fucking junk. Just keep it up. You see, what you don't understand is you're entertaining the devil. Ain't you to figure that out? Every time you go look at that shit, you're letting that shit in your brain cells. It's no different than sitting there playing video games that's violent, crazy nonsense. Eventually that shit will start to affect you in your walk, in your talk, in your sleep. It's a mind game. Ain't you to figure that out? That's why I try not to listen to it, because I don't want nothing about Donna Wells in my head or Candy. Because this is what I told you all in the live this morning. If the day comes along that we find out that they harm Summer, how are the people going to feel that were ride or die fans of the Wells? All those people chatting in the chat and on people's channels, crying and moaning and chanting, oh, give me the benefit of the doubt. Oh, we need hope. No, Summer would need hope. You don't need no hope because you're alive. Who needs hope is somebody that's in a dire situation. But you people going to be sick when you find out they hurt that little girl. And God knows what else they've been doing. And that's another thing. You don't know what the fuck Donald and Candy been doing out there in that holler. Like somebody said, if the walls could talk, your hair will probably stand up on top of your fucking head. So keep looking. Like I said, tie your skates tight. While you're over there in Hollerville skating around looking for stuff, just tie your skates real tight. Because you're going to skate your ass right into the abyss, right along with Donald and Candy and the rest of the crackpots out here. I'm not participating with them folks. And I ain't lost nothing in Rogersville. And they ain't lost nothing up here on YouTube. If you want to give your opinion pertaining to the children in Houston, Boy found dead inside the apartment alongside his siblings. And the rest of Donald Wells in violation of probation. Hit the link. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm tired of these stories. I am livid. I'm tired. And this case out of Houston has really rocked my soul. And I am so pissed off. There are just no words to describe how I feel about that little boy. An 8-year-old child laying dead in an apartment for 11 months, excuse me, with his siblings watching him decay inside of an apartment, starving, no love, no nourishment, no schooling, no nothing. I'm telling you, there's no way I could touch down in Texas and be anywhere near that mama, that boyfriend, and that apartment manager. I would get life. Triple life sentences. I'd snuff them out. And God forgive me. But I can't feel nothing. I can't feel nothing for them. I can't feel nothing for them. And for him to go into court acting like he didn't understand the judge and wanted the judge to explain the sentence of 5 to 99 years. I don't even understand the purpose of saying that. What kind of sentence would that be, 5 to 99? He beat a child to death and broke another child's jaw. Come again? 5 to 99. Okay. How about, sir, your sentence is going to be, we're going to dig a hole 6 feet down and we're going to throw your ass in there alive on execution day. And we're going to shovel the dirt on you until you're no longer breathing. That would be your sentence. Because I hear that even the legal injection is horrible because it cuts off your airway before you succumb to death. So basically, you're choking to death, being asphyxiated. Either way, I think the dirt would scare the hell out of you more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you'll see it coming rather than the needle going to the arm. Lord have mercy. Ruby Tuesday, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some meals. I don't understand what you're saying. Hit the link. I don't know what you're saying. Hi, Adora. How you doing, honey? Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all the new subscribers. People share my content. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm in a very bitter place today. Because right now, I'm just in a place where, besides hearing these stories about children, I'm just sick of people in general, to tell you the truth. It's not just even about these kids. It's just about people, period. I'm sick of motherfuckers in general. I'm sick of people that lie the fucking time, always trying to come up on somebody, use somebody. I'm sick of people in general. I'm sick of motherfuckers. Every time you hold a conversation, they want to bitter. They want to argue with you about nothing. Shit that's stupid as hell. So I've decided I'm checking out. I've decided to check out. I'm no longer engaging in anything that doesn't pertain to Angela. So if your ass is on fire, you walking by me, you need not look for me to spray your ass with water. That's how I feel right now. Tired. You just come, there's just those days you get frustrated with the world and you just tired of dealing with people, tired of hearing people cry and moan, tired of people's fucking problems, tired of people, not having a regard for you. Then you have to sit up here and bring this so crazy ass content about these kids and their stupid ass parents. I'm fed up. And I just don't want to be bothered no damn more. And that's just where I'm at right now. Don't call me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing. I got my own life. I'm trying to better myself. I don't want to be bothered. That's where I'm at. You're not bringing me no good news. Don't knock. Call Dr. Phil. He likes bullshit. Call him. Ruby, I don't know what y'all talking about, some boyfriend stuff. I have no idea what y'all talking about. So let's talk about that. The long effects of these children being succumbed to this madness of being beat and watching their siblings beat up and dead. I have to pray that they'll get an environment where they will forget about what happened to their brother and how they were treated. I can't even imagine the child whose jaw is broke. He needs surgery. We got to hope that they can fix it and put it back right, that he'll be able to talk. Excuse me. How are you even going to explain that in the courtroom? That you killed a kid, you beat a kid to death, and then you broke another kid's jaw. What the fuck is wrong with this white boy? That you want to sit up here and tell the judge, I don't understand. You mean $5.99? You know how to break a kid's jaw? You know how to beat up a baby? But you go in the court, you don't understand $5.99. Okay. Man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Woo! You can find Big Ange in the high 10. I'll send you money on your books in Texas. Make it look like an accident in there. I don't care. I'll send you money on your fucking books. Make it look like an accident. I don't care. You got life in there already. Knock them off. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Well, they will talk about eating food because they were starving those kids. You in Texas prison right now. You in that jail. You know you're getting ready to do life in there. You can contact the Queen. I got money for you. I'll send you commissary every fucking month. I want them gone. I don't care nothing about them. They ain't got to go to court. They ain't got to go to court. They ain't got to go to court. If one of them wakes up with a sheet tied around their throat by the hands of somebody else, it wouldn't bother me in the least. One of them's beaten, bludgeoned to death in there. I don't care. Why should I care? Thank you, whodunit. Thank you for the super sticker. And I know that's not the Christian attitude. I shouldn't wish harm on another human. Ain't nobody cared about them kids. Ain't nobody cared about that 8-year-old. Who was there for him? His mama watched her boyfriend beat him to death. And he had black eyes, an 8-year-old. Can you imagine beating an 8-year-old to death? Yeah. See, Jesus wasn't there that day. Jesus wasn't there that day. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord help me. I want to pray for those babies, that they get the mental help they need and they get the love that they need, and that they don't ever have to look at that thing ever again that brought them into the world. And nobody ever mentions her name to them ever again. And that's what I pray for. And I pray for justice for the dead baby. It's crazy. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion. 1 hour and 14 minutes in. If not, I'm checking out of here. That's the set information I'm bringing you out of Houston, Texas. If you need a source, the information is inside of the video, abc.com. and also WJHL pertaining to the arrest of Donald Wells in violation of probation. I realize we live in a very unjust society, and it's always been unjust since the day God created man and created woman, and it will never be right. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it ever will be. There are some good people and there are some bad people. There are some people who make mistakes. We're all flawed, but the shit I've been talking about as of 24 hours ago is in no way right. And there's no sense to talking about beating a child to death, watching a child decay in an apartment for 11 months, starving your children to death, going on social media rallying for people to aid you when you know you've killed your kid, and trying to get attention from social media and YouTubers, then starting a YouTube channel, cussing and fussing and getting drunk and riding around like your shit don't stink, all at the expense of saying your child is missing. How the hell do I think there's hope in the world? Where is the hope? Where's the hope for the 8-year-old that's now dead, mummified? Where's the hope for a little girl who's been missing since early summer? We can't find her, and her parents are using her disappearance as a way to come up, get attention, get gifts, get money. Self-serving, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. How in the world could you think there's hope? Where is the hope for Summer Wells? For Kendrick Lee? Where's the hope? Where's the hope for the babies out in California? There is none. Because they didn't have no business being with these monsters that brought them here. That's the reason why we can't see them, can't find them, or they're dead. Because nobody cared enough to intervene. And the rats that brought them here didn't have no business having them. And you can rally for these motherfuckers all you want to. You can't bring the dead back. I bet you that. Bring them back then. You want to rally for a baby killer, abuser, then bring the dead back. And then we'll call a spade a spade. Until then, shut the fuck up. Because you don't really care. See, talk is cheap. You can't bring the dead back. You can't bring the missing back if it was meant for the person to stay gone, stay woke. Yes, he plays for keeps indeed. The sheep was never the sheep. He was the wolf all along. And he tried to pretend he was a sheep, but he knew his head was too big, and he told them, you know fucking well I ain't no sheep. But you like what I'm telling you, because you keep listening to me. You keep sleeping with me. So I'll keep pretending I'm a sheep, but you know damn well I'm the wolf. You all better stay woke out there. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody don't mean you well. And you better wise up. Because if you don't tighten your shit, you will be a Summer Wells and a Kendrick Lee. And you're grown. So don't ever think because you're grown, you can't get missing as well. And you can't end up beat to death. Because many adults are beat to death, suffocated, and missing. Because they played in the wrong sandbox. Playing with somebody they thought was a sheep. But the sheep was a wolf. I'm going to check out of here. I don't want to play this game no more. I've had enough. If you want to donate to the channel, $ McGanty 129 Cash App. I'm praying for Kendrick Lee, his brothers. Praying for Summer Wells, the truth will be revealed. Praying for all these missing children. Hold on, who done it wants to come up? Y'all wait goods, I'll leave. Y'all don't like to hit the link. Hello?
All these missing children. Hold on.
Turn the volume down.
Okay. Y'all would like to hit the link.
Hang on a second. Let me get set up here.
Hello? All these missing children.
Yeah,
Hold on. Turn the volume down.
I am.
Okay. Y'all would like to hit the link.
Hang on a second. Let me get set up here.
Hello? All these missing
Yeah.
Hold on. Turn the volume down.
Thank you, honey.
Hang on a second. Let me get set up.
I give you all an opportunity to give your opinion pertaining to these cases. You won't hit the link. I will upload my content from here on out. I don't have this kind of time. I have new things I'm into. I don't have this kind of time.
I give you all an opportunity to give your opinion pertaining to these cases. You won't hit the link.
Maybe you got to turn the background down.
I did. Is it better?
I can still hear it though.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm trying. Seemed to work last time.
Yeah, you can't play anything with YouTube on it.
Oh, if I X out of.
Yeah, you got to just hit the link straight, like you were watching the chat, and just hit the link.
Seemed to work last time.
Yeah, you can't play anything with YouTube on it.
Oh.
I'll let her redo herself. I'm 1 hour and 21 minutes in. If you have something you got viable you want to say about these two cases, you are welcome to talk. If this doesn't work out, I'm out of here. I just don't want to do this no more. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. I'm tired of it.
Hey, Queen, is this better for you?
Hello?
Is it better for you?
Okay, keep talking.
I just wanted to let you know, you've said a lot of things tonight that represent a lot of frustration, I think, at least in the majority of your chat. I can't speak for everybody. And I just appreciate it. It's the kind of rant we all feel inside, and we're all discouraged by everything that we've been exposed to. It's been a giant shit sandwich for the last several months, and I know you're so weary with it, and we are all weary with all of this, and anxious to move on to something happier, at least, instead of all the evil we've been having to endure. So first of all, thank you for saying the things that we all don't get to express publicly. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate all the work you do. I don't want you to get weary and well doing, because you certainly are making it easier to slice through all the junk and the crap so that we can form an opinion that makes some kind of rational sense. So I appreciate you so much. I don't want you. I understand why you feel the way you do. I totally do. But I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to encourage you to find a way through this somehow.
But
we need you so much, and we appreciate
thank you.
So that's really pretty much all I wanted to say, except this one last thing. You say the truth is always in the beginning, always. Yes. And I went back to the beginning. The first thing I heard Donald Wells say, we believe in the resurrection. Mm-hmm. That's the beginning.
Yes.
Why do you have to say that if you don't think, if you
your
think
child
is still alive,
right.
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
And that's
a lot of people
observation that I have for this evening.
Yeah. Well, see, it's like he gave up hope. And one would say, well, he didn't give up hope. He already knew he already knew she was gone. So he could say that.
Yeah.
Because that's not a normal thing to say the first time your child goes missing, a day or two after your child has been reported missing and an Amber Alert has been issued. That's just not a normal comment from a parent's mouth. I haven't heard anybody talk about the resurrection. I only hear somebody talk about that. Somebody's died, like they had their funeral already. You see what I'm saying? They're already at their funeral. And people are saying, well, don't be sad, be rejoiceful. We'll, rejoice. We'll see him again. It's a home going, like that.
Right.
But she ain't had a home going because we ain't found her body. So what is he talking about? Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. And a YouTube channel. You can't tell me Satan ain't busy. That man is evil. And these people just keep sucking it up, all this information about Donald Wells and what he's doing. I keep telling people, you better be very careful. You on a slippery slope fooling with these people. Keep on riding or dying and going into these creators trying to hear what he's talking about. And now you got a channel. Don't you see the devil is busy? He using that man. Satan is using him and that woman. And folks are falling for it by sliding into the den with them. Jesus Christ. It's like, what is wrong with you people? Sick. Very sick. What was that old saying about the devil? The biggest trick he ever pulled was making people believe he didn't exist. Hello? Who done it? Guess she's having problems. I don't know. I think she's having issues. Well, I'm not going to stay on here because I got to get up in the morning. I thank you all for joining me. But yeah, that's always been the devil's magic trick. It's to hope that you think that he doesn't exist. And there's some people who probably believe that. There's no such thing as the devil. There's no such thing as Satan, some would probably think. I guess for some of you sakes, you better hope that he don't exist. Because when you leave here, you may not be going where you think you're going. And oh my, what a surprise you will get when you are staring down the face of Satan and he'll tell you, I've been waiting for you. It's been a mighty long time, but we got some talking to do. Then you can think back to why you didn't believe that Satan was real. Because he's very much real. And he's the epitome of all these stories I discuss on my channel and the stories you hear out here in the world of evilness. People who are just evil. And they don't care about anything and anybody, anyone. They never have and probably never will. Because I'm going to tell you, the day you decide to hurt a baby, you've already let the world know you don't love yourself. And you have no love for humanity. Because it takes a lot to beat a person to death. Suffocate a person, choke a person, strangle a person. And doctors have said it is the most horrific death is to be strangled or suffocated. Airway cut off. Drowning is also a terrible death. How they know this, I don't know, because the dead never speaks. But who wants to find out how horrible it is? So now imagine being a child and being beat to death, strangled, suffocated. You're supposed to be living your best life as a child, uninhibited, running and playing with children, enjoying yourself. But instead, you're fighting the devil in your own house where you sleep because your mama chose Satan's spawn to lay with. And now you are his new toy to beat upon. How is that a great childhood? It ain't. And it's nobody's fault to be born to evil people, dysfunctional people, mentally ill people. You didn't choose that. And it ain't fair to you. But what can you do as a child? You don't have anybody rallying for you. No cavalry to come swoop you up and take you out the abyss. You're stuck. You're stuck. Prayers for our children. God rest Kendrick Lee's soul and the other children left behind. Justice for Kendrick Lee and his brothers and sisters. Prayers that we find an answer to the truth pertaining to Summer Wells, the boys of Cal City. I also pray for vindication for Camille McKinney, because hopefully that trial will start eventually. I'm livid, I'm hot, I'm pissed, I'm angry, because I don't understand people. Frankly, I don't understand people in general, the ones who aren't murdering people, hurting kids and people. I just think a lot of people out here are just so jacked up and so self-serving that they don't give a fuck about anybody. It's all about them. Me, 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 me. I. Well, I'm going to tell you directly. And this is for any motherfucker listening that know me well outside of YouTube. I don't need you. I don't want you. And I don't want to be bothered. I am no longer engaging in bullshit with anybody. And I mean what I'm saying to you. I'm done. Don't bother me. Don't say nothing to me. Because I've had about all I can take. There comes a time when you have to have self-preservation, because without it, you will sink into the abyss with the rest of this trash. And I will not be like these other empty vessels out here. Not now, not never. If you want to donate to the channel, $begin2129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. When I get more information pertaining to these two cases, I will bring you the said content. The next videos will possibly be uploads. I don't believe the lives are serving any purpose any longer on the channel. That's just where I'm at right now. I think they're a waste of time. And I didn't build my channel on lives. I didn't build my channel with a panel. Anybody that knows me from day one, 2 years ago, when it was just Angela Logan up here on the slot, there were no lives. There was no interaction with the chat except for me opening the comment box and responding. I didn't know you didn't know me. And even to this day, I don't know you and you still don't know me. I'm not getting anything from any of this anymore. I'm just not. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.